Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to the first video of several where I will show you what I'll do to breathe new life back into this, a 2001 Subaru Forester STI. As you can see, the Forester is filthy here. That's because I've been using it as my daily smoker over the past few weeks. However, the time has now come to give her the treatment she deserves. The reason I picked this one up is not only because it's a Forester STI, but because of how straight and honest the car is. This is a 19-year-old vehicle at this point, but it's almost 100% original and complete. The inside is the same as the outside, totally complete and original, but super dirty. I have to take some of the blame here. Since this one has come in, I've been using it as a dog wagon, but that will be getting sorted soon. So, one of this car's biggest issues is that it's missing the driver's side wind deflector, and along with it some of the paint from the roof rail. As I can't source replacement deflectors, I'll need to remove the passenger side unit as well, and also any remaining adhesive, before fixing any paint damage on both sides, which is what I'll be tackling in this episode. Okay, first things first, I'll give the Forester a quick clean before bringing it inside to get to work on the paint. With that first clean done, the Forester is already looking much better, but that missing wind deflector really lets the side down. Time to get to work. This leftover adhesive is really nasty stuff. I use a plastic scraping blade to remove the majority of it before cleaning and flattening back the area to see exactly what I'm dealing with. Here you can see some of the spots where the paint is missing. Some of these are deep and will require filling. So after wet flatting, this is what we're left with. As mentioned before, some of these areas will need filling, so that is the next stage. To save you from having to watch the basically quite boring filling stage, here's the result. As you can see, I had to skim a fair amount of the rail to make up for various gouges and damage, which I'm guessing came from the chunks of paint being removed along with the old wind deflector. After taking back the filler, this is what we're left with. The rail is now totally smooth, but as you can see, there are one or two areas of bare metal showing, so this will require etch priming before I can lay down the normal primer. Also, note the light areas on the black window surround. This is not a result of the work I've done, it's from the various clips that held the old wind deflector on. This is an issue I will resolve later on. This is how the primer went down. There was just one small area of surface reaction to deal with, so on to the next stage, wet flatting. Here you can see the blend from primer into original paint. The new top coat will be faded across this area to give a seamless, invisible transition from new paint into old. Guys, as mentioned before, I'm not a professional paint sprayer or body worker, nor am I saying when I make these videos that the way I do things is perfect, but what I do want to do, and what has always been my goal with these videos, is to demonstrate that you don't always need to spend massive amounts on small repairs, and that there is so much that you can do yourself. I'm sure I'll get some comments regarding my approach, but please, let the repair speak for itself. At this stage, I'm wet flatting the new clear coat, trying to achieve a uniform, dull finish across the new repair and into the existing paintwork. This will allow me to machine polish the entire area and seamlessly blend the repair into the existing bodywork. So here is the result after the final wet, flat and machine polish. As you can see, a smooth, clear and glossy finish transitioning invisibly into the original paintwork. To save you from having to watch the whole process again, let me bring you up to speed. As I couldn't get a replacement pair of wind deflectors, I have opted to remove the one remaining item from the passenger's side. If I do manage to find a new pair of deflectors, I can easily fit these over my new paint repair. Despite my best efforts to remove the old deflector as carefully as possible, that adhesive was just too much for the old paint to deal with, and as a result I ended up losing some paint, just as with the other side. So that means I'll have to repeat the repair process on this side too, but don't worry, I'll just show you the highlights. And here is the end result of the passenger side. As I've said, I'm not a full-time painter, I'm just a small independent dealer who's had to learn how to do things on his own in order to keep costs down over the years, and I want to show you guys that it's possible too. Thank you very much for watching this first instalment in the Forester Freshen Up. If you have enjoyed it, consider subscribing and you'll be notified when the next episode goes live.